Welcome to another episode of the Mic Cheque with your host, my guy Navi, and your boy, the people's host, MC Anuj D. All right. I know I'm wearing an Oilers jersey, and this is to piss off two people specifically. DJ SP and DJ Sims. Sorry, next year is not your year. I officially have jumped off the Maple Leafs bandwagon because they've broken my heart since I was 14 years old, and they're never winning the Stanley Cup. So,
first of all,
go Oilers, go Connor McDavid.
No. Fucking I'm never winning. That nuther.
Never.
I want to cancel it. I'm canceling the podcast. Fuck this. All right, I'm guys. Standing up.
So
I'm
catch
done.
me in my new podcast, The Oil Zone.
First of all, just because your skin's oily and your hair's oily, you can't just jump on the Oiler bandwagon.
Buddy, this is beautiful skin. You gotta take cold showers.
Oh my God. I'm so disgusted right now.
You should be.
I swear, I wish I wore a Leafs shirt. If I was warned about this, I apologize to every shout out to both Sims and SP for being loyal fans, for being Maple Leafs, believers, whatever the fuck you want to call it. I will always cheer for the Leafs.
No, not anymore.
Cheer for the honestly, I'm cool with McDavid winning a chip. I'm about it.
And
like
Cup, half the team that's excellent.
How dare I was
Connor
you
Brown,
said you were gonna
Zach Hyman.
You said you were just gonna big up the Oilers because they're going to the finals.
I took it to another level.
And go fuck yourself.
Navi, I've learned a few things from you, right? You got to take it to the next level.
Jesus Christ! At least you're taking notes. Finally,
Leafs fans, you know what? It's your choice. You guys can jump.
You know that crazy thing of like being a loyal sports fan?
I am a loyal sports fan.
No, that's allegedly.
Buffalo Bills in the house over there.
Yeah, cool. I brought that. Forever. Don't even. All right, but
Bills Mafia forever.
Yeah, 1,000% sure. I'm a Bengals fan for life when they sucked.
What?
Yeah, I've been a Bengals fan since Ocho Cinco, since I was 13, 14. The Bills are my second favorite team just because I've gone to so many games.
Yep. I
try to go once a year. I'm a massive NFL fan. Always will be. I'm always going to be a Leafs fan. I'm always going to be a Raptors fan. And I'm always going to be a Jays fan because I'm from fucking Toronto.
Yeah.
And I don't suck.
First of all, I've been loyal for years.
You're loyalty or not?
You're
loyalty or not?
No. You know what? It's time to go.
The divorce settlement says the things. You cheated. You cheated. You cheated.
Hold on. The definition of
insanity.
Cheater's
a cheater. Fuck you.
The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over.
And being loyal is being loyal no matter what.
I'm done with the Leafs. Sorry. Sayonara. You know what? To stay a Leafs fan, you're kind of a sick fuck. Speaking of sick fucks.
I am sick fuck. I'm sick as fuck right now.
This week. Tell us about it, man.
Dude, food poisoning.
Shit.
Don't.
And what did you eat?
Dude, I think it was a rotisserie chicken from Walmart. I was trying. Here's the wild thing. What? I was like, I do groceries, and I'm like, all right, I'll do it. And I saw the rotisserie chicken. I've gotten it from Costco 1,000 times. So I'm like, oh, you know what? I'm not making it Costco this week. Let me just shred this, make something from it, brother.
Costco,
brother.
Walmart.
Dude. It was the convenience. You know, you don't got the time. You go to the store, your grocery store is close and it's open. Walmart's late. Out there, I just like munch, go to sleep, wake up. I'm like on the way out of the house.
Yeah. I
got to the stop sign and I just whipped a U. Like I literally was like, no.
Oh, it was game over.
I was just like, no. I went, here's the crazy thing. I was so sick and miserable. My stomach is in so much pain. I'm like feeling like I'm about to faint. I am ripped, and I'm still better than being this guy right now for fucking hating on the Leafs. I'm just telling you that right now.
Same topic,
first of all, you hurt my feelings, and you surprised me. Fuck you. I'm just saying, I'm still better. I still rather be sick than a sick fuck. I'm just saying that right now.
Oilers fans are going to win a cup this year.
And good for them. Good for them.
Sorry,
if you're from Edmonton, kudos to you. I got a bunch of like clients from Edmonton. Shout out to y'all, all my friends.
We're coming out there
from Edmonton.
Hold on, I got a line for us. We're good in the West.
What?
Stay tuned.
How is that a good line?
Keep it locked. Stay tuned.
How is that a good line?
That's all right. That's a great line.
That's
John Morant.
Cool.
Whatever, guy.
Jesus Christ.
Anyways, you were sick.
This guy.
You were sick.
Yeah, right. And then I am busted. I'm at home and I'm miserable. We have like a call that day, and I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna make it. I'm like, we got a production call. I'm like, cool. I'm like, if I'm alive, I'll be there. I'm literally like about to faint. Nobody's home. Nobody's around. I did the mummy call. Mommy, I was
so
like, yo,
cute.
I was like, dude, I saw her at some point. I'm like, are you gonna be here anytime? She's like, no, I'm with BB. I'm like, and she's like, you don't sound good. I'm like, I'm not. I'm like, something's wrong. I don't know what. Something's wrong. She's like, I'm like, something I ate. She's like, do you need to go to the hospital? And I went, as of right now, probably. Like I was at that point where I was like, dude,
offered-
if I'm in the ER, no, you did.
Yeah.
If I'm going to the ER, that might be a thing. Like that's how much of pain I was in.
Damn.
I was in a brutal, like agonizing pain.
And this was what, 2 days ago?
What day are we shooting on? Thursday?
It's Thursday.
Tuesday?
The Oilers are beating the Panthers
Wait.
4-2 right now.
Tuesday?
Not the Panthers, sorry. Who the fuck are they playing? The Stars. The Stars.
Yeah, this fucking fan. All right, cool. Yeah, all right, cool. Oh my god. And he had to ask me for the score. Heads up. All right, cool. Next, and then she does it. She's like, I'm gonna call dad. I'm like, sick. Dad's never gonna leave work. Dad doesn't leave work. Dad's a Desi guy.
Immigrant dads do not leave work.
He's a provider of providers. He loves to work. He hates to call in. I can probably count on a hand, like the amount of times he's been like, all right, cool, like is what it is.
Suck it up, Buttercup.
Like I gotta leave for a health emergency or this. This dude like literally I think had herniated hernia.
Yeah.
And was back at work.
Hernia?
I was gonna say herniated disc, but I knew that was wrong.
Right.
Is that whatever? Fuck.
Right,
I'm not a medical expert.
All the doctors,
but he had a hernia, and literally, I think the doctor's like, "Yo, you can be back to work in like 3 weeks," and he like fought the doctor to be like, "No, like send me back earlier." But he like that's what he is, and honestly, his work ethic I've always said is immaculate and amazing, and he showed up.
Wow.
That was what, dude.
That was
an I love you. That was an I love you. That's like a real Desi dad. I love you. That was a yo.
They won't say I love you, son, but showing up.
My dad is the guy. Like I always say, like, he's always like the guy people want to hang out with. Fun guy, loves to work, and straight up came home, made me like toast.
Nice.
Took care of me, offered me jaw. I said no. I'm like, there's too much dairy. You know what I mean? Like I didn't want to. I was like, yo, nothing. Yeah. Nothing like that. And got me like water, Gatorade, just hooked me up, offered me like 8 times because he's like, bro, you don't look good. Let's go to the hospital. And I was just being like, no. I'm like, I'm feeling better. The toast helped. Like whatever it is. I'm like, yo, the toast helped.
It was dad's magic touch, man.
Yo, dude, he fucking did the whole thing on my legs. He was like, took care of me. Yo, legit took care of me. And I was just like, dude, Desi dads are, when they show up,
they show up.
Yeah,
they show up.
Kudos to him because, like, genuinely, man, like, I was like, bro, like, the fact that he left work for me, even if it was like an hour early, hour and a half, I had no perception of time that day, so I don't know. So I was cuddled up in bed, just like wrapped up, like nobody touched me.
Fetal position,
dude. Fucking any position that made it stop hurting.
So many jokes, rough. But I won't say anything. But yo, that kind of reminds me of we had posted a clip from our last episode about why Navi single or something along the lines of that. It's getting a lot of traction online, but this ties into it because maybe this is why you can't settle down with a girl, because you're not going to get that same love and attention that you're getting from your mom and dad right now, right? It's a new generation of women. Everything's 50-50, which is cool, and I agree with. I have a daughter, right? A personal touch on that. I get it. We should break the cycle, but yo, you're not going to get that TLC.
I actually got to disagree.
Okay.
Speak on it. Any of the girls I've dated or recently, like,
they would have taken care of you like that?
The offer was put out, I would say, anytime I've gotten really sick. And it's like, but it's like, you know, like, depends. Like, am I going to have some girl come to my house and be like, yo, take care of me? And like, then I'm like, hey, mom and dad, by the way, here's this girl. And like, have an introduction happen.
You keep setting me up. What's her name?
Not going to happen.
Come on, bro. No, but like, all jokes aside, is that a thing though?
I've never had that issue. I've never had some chick be so like cold. If anything, I've pissed off girls because they're like, would you take care of me if I like? Can you come take care of me if I was sick? I'm like, first of all, that's fake. Like, you know that you live with your parents. Like, that's not happening. It's like second of all, here's my thing. If it's contagious, and we don't live together, don't get me fucking involved in your business. You know what I mean? If we live together, those germs are catching me anyways. I will take care of you as much as you need, as much as you want, whatever. We're partners.
Yeah.
Bro, if I live with my parents, you live with your parents, I have a roommate, that's a dumb problem at this point. You know what I mean? Like, yo, why are you going to spread the pain? I'm like, unless it's like really serious and you need my help, bro, if you got a cold, take some fucking pills, drink some fucking liquid. I'll Uber Eats you wherever the fuck you need. I'll risk the Uber Eats. Like, yo, we have gigs and shit. How am I supposed to earn money if I'm sick? I can't go MC, right? I'll get like, this is different. This is a closed environment. I'd feel bad getting you guys sick. You know what I mean?
Junga, did you get the message? We're getting sick today? What the fuck?
No, not today. But you know what I mean? Like if you got a cold or flu, that's the only time, bro. If anything, I've gotten in trouble with girls. Because I'll say that. I'll be like, dude, like I know I could get away with lying and be like, of course I would come take care of you. I'm not going to lie to you. Why am I going to lie to you?
You sound so committed.
Stop gaslighting her, bro.
Oh, what? Gaslighting with what?
Right? Facts.
I'm like, I could 100% say, yeah, of course I would come take care of you. I could say that. But then I'm like, what are you talking about? Why are you going to spread the germs? Like, I'm just being real.
Yo, you know what's wild? Like, not to reveal your exact age, but above 30, Junga, the girls themselves that you're dating as well. And we're still fucking scared of our desi parents. That we can't have a guy or a girl over. We're fucking eligible to have kids. Like I had kids by that age, or a kid by that age, and
here's the reality. Not scared.
This girl cannot come in my room because I live with my parents and I'm 30 plus. Yo,
no.
To the 2 or 3 white people who are watching, that's our life.
That's a generous number.
No, we went up. We went up like 5 subscribers since the last episode. Let's go.
Thank you.
Yes, Junga.
I don't think it's a fear thing.
It's not?
For me, at least.
Okay.
For me and my parents, right? Like, I can never speak on somebody else's situation. There's definitely like, hey, like, park 3 houses down.
Oh my God, I remember. That's the best.
That's still, and I'm like,
the green box. Meet me at the green box.
That's wild. For me and my mom gets too attached.
Oh, right away?
Oh, dude, like.
Starts giving her bangles right when she walks in?
No, like, my mom is such a sweetheart, and she's so, like, she never had daughters.
Yeah, that's a...
Me and my brother have had this candid conversation so many times. It was like, she had 2 boys. So, like, when my brother got married, she loved it. She loved it. And then even, like, as, like, my brother and his wife stayed at the house for, like, a year while they like, bought a house, got it renovated, this and that. And then that, like, relationship, she, like, cherished that. Yeah. Like, having a girl in the house, absolutely amazing. And me and my brother both, I feel like we've had exes that have met.
Oh, yeah.
And then the breakup broke her more than it broke us.
Oh.
You know what? That sense of like, they're again from a generation that didn't do this.
No, the girl you meet is going to be your new.
So to her, it's so devastating.
Yeah.
Right? And then, so to that point, for me, has always been like, if my mom wasn't like that, I think my dad's pretty chill with shit. And I can just be like,
don't you have a joke about that in your stand-up? Not to ruin it. There's something along those lines. When he was proud of you for...
Yeah, my dad doesn't respect virgins, so when he comes with condoms, he's fucking... No, that's just the thing. Yo, that's the thing in our family, bro.
Uncle?
Like, he straight up, like, is like... He's like a typical strict, like, DC uncle and dad. And then all of a sudden, like, you get caught with condoms or with a girl or some shit, and he's just, like, shaking your hand, pouring you a drink.
Leveled
like,
up.
Fantastic.
Okay.
It's such a weird thing, yo.
I want to talk to Uncle directly. 1 second. Uncle,
He's not
open
gonna watch
invite. If you ever watch this, please come on the podcast and tell us the story of when you found your son with some condoms.
He didn't even find it. I got snitched on by the fucking Shoppers Drug Mart clerk that knew my dad. Oh, bro, he's an asshole. So he didn't watch my set. He's this guy fake fan. And then so they called like 2 months later to be like, yo, your son was at Shoppers.
Yo.
And he was like, this is somebody who's sitting, there was a girl sitting shotgun in his car. This is what he bought. And I'm just like,
hold on.
And then this was the date that he bought them. And then my dad came in and just like rubbed my butt and fucking told me. And I sat there shit scared because I didn't know.
You used the word again for the 3 or 4 white people. He didn't say butt. His dad did not rub his butt.
Thigh. Okay? No, thigh. Yeah,
gotta be clear.
Fair.
With the whole Diddy stuff, we gotta be clear, man. I got you, bro.
That's a thigh. That's a thigh. My dad rubbed my thigh, which is kind of inappropriate but funny as hell.
It's
when he did it.
thing.
Yeah, you might hear it in some Punjabi songs too. If there's a peacock or a morning on your part, that means that your grandfather fucked more than you did. For a fact, that is the bachelor. Yeah, it is. Yo, that's the bachelor tattoo for Desi's, bro. If there's a peacock on your thigh, my grandfather, they had a bachelor life, bro.
So you're getting what you're saying, right? For the
Yo,
show that you're doing.
Honestly, I'm kind of.
So are you doing the show?
I think so.
Did we just get confirmation?
Show.
Yo,
what does that have to do with? I'm not doing a dating show. I'm not doing.
It's not a dating show, actually. It's a potential wife show. Finding a potential wife show. It's not dating. We're gonna take this seriously.
Love is not blind.
Love is not blind. I like that. We're not. Acha. All right, leave it in the comments. You guys know the deal. All good.
I want to see the applicants first.
All right. You know what? Okay.
No, I'm not warming up to this. I'm not warming up to this at all.
Please send your bio data to which email should we send it to? Directly to you?
No.
Should we have Janga? Why don't you be the middleman? You know, the Batola. Just what do you think? Which email address should we send it to, bro?
No.
Send it to the Mic Cheque DMs. And then
The Mic Cheque DMs. Yeah,
I think
let's use
that
the
makes the
social
most
media.
sense.
Oh my
Get shit going. All right, we're definitely gonna jump on that, and maybe we'll have a whole episode on it. We could have the girls here. We could do like,
I'm not showing up.
yo, I have
We
an
should do
idea.
the pop-up balloon challenge for Navi.
Oh, what's that?
You know where he's just standing there and he's just walking
Yo,
around.
I don't know if my ego could take that, yo. I'll be real. I don't know if
The hit-
one
the
girl
hit.
pops the balloon, I'm a Sparta kicker outside the fucking. Look at the fucking. Like the audacity. I was like, yo, she might even have like a valid reason. Like, he's too tall. I was like, yeah, I might be.
I don't think a girl would ever say that. He's too tall.
Thanks for saying that. I just set you up. Thanks.
It's
Appreciate
all
it.
good. It's all good. All right. Speaking of setups, I do just want to touch on. I know we kind of talked about sports, but we are set up for an incredible NBA Finals.
Oh, yeah.
OKC baby, SGA MVP, wore his shirt last
Ontario
time.
born, yeah.
Yeah, man. And his cousin balled out as well, but unfortunately, they didn't make it to the finals. But OKC is going to be in the finals. Super happy about it. It looks like they're going to be facing the Indiana Pacers, led by ex-Raptor and NBA champion Pascal Siakam.
Yeah, gotta love Spicy P.
Yeah.
It's weird to cheer against Spicy P, but I think I'd probably go OKC just for SGA, man. Like
I'm going OKC all
MVP,
day, man.
Oh, I think I saw a stat today. Youngest NBA team, NBA Finals team ever.
Yeah, by average age, for sure.
Yeah, they're which
SGA
is
is the vet, which is crazy.
insane, right? But yeah, kudos to them, man. I'm really just when I don't really have a dog in the fight, I just want a great finals,
Yeah.
right? Like if the games are close, we're having a competitive matchup. I'm all for it.
Yeah.
Brother, you do got a dog, man. SG is from Hamilton. Shout out.
No, yeah, that's
we
what
do.
But
Yeah.
but in that, I feel like it balances out Spicy P.
No, yeah,
I
still,
know, you know what is
Yeah.
a great thing about Pascal? He always, even last night, he shouted out the Toronto fans and how much the Pacer Nation reminds him of like Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
Hey,
Product
hey,
plug.
But the thing is, if Pascal wins, he's not going to bring the chip back here. If
No.
Shy wins,
That's
Oh,
true.
yo, you know what?
Very good point.
Edged it out. Good,
Yeah,
good
there
point,
you
Junga.
go.
We picked a good executive producer.
100%.
Larry O.B.
Get the
will
Larry
come
O
to
back in
Brampton, bro.
Ontario.
I'll be back in
Proud
Brampton.
I like the alliteration there. You said you didn't have a dog in the fight, and I know we've started off kind of funny and whatnot, but if everyone notices, we have a new set. Shout out to the number one hater of our set before. Your puppy, my wife, Shuggin. There you go. We tried to do something, make it more bespoke to us.
We got some pieces here. Us being wrestling fans, I think we got together for WrestleMania like a year ago, 2 years ago. I'm lifelong wrestling guy, so news brought in. We got the World Championship.
So the
WWE
story behind the
Championship,
championship belt is Clearwater Beach. We went to Hogan's store.
Oh yeah, Clearwater.
And,
Beach, right?
we're a little tipsy, had a good boozy brunch. And, I didn't get to meet Hogan, the whole point, because he's there sometimes. But then, I dropped a nice wad of U.S. cash on that. And my wife's been trying to get that out of the house. And that's why she wanted set design specifically to get that out of the house. But, I think it is a better vibe for us.
No, it's cool, bro. Like, look, we got just a couple things. We got the wrestling corner there. We got some Cancun shot glasses because we gig in Brampton South, as you like to call
That's
it.
No,
As
I can't take credit for that. The man, the OG who coined that term, Brampton South, Randy Hunsra, all credit to you,
Shout
brother.
out to the brother there. I got some comics and stuff behind me because I love that. Obviously, the Raptors championship, the bucket, got the ring from when we dropped the banner, some GSP stuff from our MMA. We already talked about the Bills and what.
Yo, there's one funny thing on this set.
Yeah, Anuj calls it Timu Tupac. It's just
Can you bring it down so
It's. I don't think I can reach it, bro.
Stretch Armstrong.
I'm not that.
If
tall.
it's in frame, Junga, is it in frame?
Yeah, of course. First of all, how dare you doubt Junga's framing?
Comment below if you think that's Timu Tupac.
Bro,
that does not look like
Funko
Tupac.
Tupac. It's official. I'll bring the box next time.
From Timu.
It was a gift. Shout out Westside. Love Tupac.
Absolutely.
Big fan. And then my favorite, big shout out to the Frequency Express credit card that we have here with
Freak
Freak
MC.
MCs. Bottle service a couple
Don't try
years
to
ago.
use this credit card number because that is not a valid CVV.
And then my favorite piece, of course, we got a picture of my dog who passed away a few years ago, but best 10 years of my life raising that guy, Ghost. So shout out to him. He gets his little own corner.
As he deserves. Yo, why don't you tell us a little bit about Ghost? I know you even have a tattoo of him.
Yeah, I do, for sure, brother. I got his paw print right here. It was where he used to put his paw to ask me for things. So he kind of picked where this tattoo went. He's a little bit of a dunger. So when and for our 3 white
Four.
listeners,
I think we got four.
That's just kind of like a dummy Punjabi. He wouldn't sit still, so we would put it. Me and my cousin grabbed him. He put his paw, and he would keep swiping it. So I kept the swipe.
Nice.
And of course, the swipe had to go somewhere. So I named him Ghost after Game of Thrones. So at Winterfell here, his silhouette, which is actually that same picture, is why I picked it.
Oh wow.
A picture I took a couple months before I got the tattoo, and luckily. I can show you sometime. I got this tattoo before he passed because my cousin's dog suddenly passed away and they were the same age. Freaked me out. I'm like, why not? I'm going to get this tattoo eventually. And I do actually have a couple pictures of him putting his paw on the tattoo, which is awesome. I got an intense love for dogs always in my life. And then when I got him, again, I would say best thing I've done to this point was raising him. It was automatic best friend.
Yeah.
Best thing ever. I can say it for anybody who has dogs. Kudos to you and anybody who does raise dogs, adopts dogs. You're the absolute best. Right now, actually, on TikTok, I want to give a big shout out. I don't have my phone on me, but
I think you're talking about Tiki. The dog,
yeah, Tiki,
who's going viral.
She absolutely phenomenal. I do want to give a shout out to the Junk. If you can grab me my phone, appreciate it, brother.
Best EP in the business.
I just want to get this right because if you haven't seen the story, if you love dogs, if you don't love, like, don't have
dogs,
a dog, no, you know, like if you don't have a dog, whatever.
I'm not cool with the shedding sometimes, you know.
There's cat
Dude,
people,
and
man.
trust me,
There's cat people. Cat people exist as
Cat-
well. You don't like dogs?
Whatever the case may be, I think if you
Cats?
just
Who likes cats, bro?
yo, cats ain't bad. I'm an animal person.
Cats freak me out, bro.
Yo, cats can be cool. If I would get one, I would get a cat. I would get one that acts like a dog. If I'm being fair, there's some breeds. There's one called a Maine Coon. I know the name's a little wild.
That is wild.
But they're like this big, and they're the chillest cats. Apparently, they act like dogs.
That's like a wild cat, man.
Dude, they're sick. I'm like, if I were to get a cat, I'd get a cat. Plus, cats
so many jokes on Wildcat.
yeah, they live like 20 years. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's that one thing about dogs is like, I think they're here for a short period of time because they can just love unconditionally. So they get a short time because like they don't need to learn that. They are just, yo, worst day of my life. Walk into the house, he makes it better.
Yeah.
Right. And you talking about the shedding, I would give up wearing black ever again to have my dog for forever. I don't even care. And I obviously wear a lot of black. Like, I'm about it. Dogs are phenomenal. But I did want to give a shout out to Tiki, the foster dog. His foster mom right now is Isabel Klee. On TikTok, her name's Simon Sitz. She years ago adopted a dog.
Yeah.
I think his name's Charlie or something. She still has this dog. And decided that her calling to do in life is to foster dogs, rehabilitate them, and to find them forever homes. And
That's beautiful.
dude, to do that. And I only caught Winterfell now that she has Tiki, and Tiki's kind of blown up and taken over TikTok. She's done so many dogs, so many from
She's
this designer.
rehabilitated so many.
Yeah, it's like a designer Frenchie, this Frenchie breed that people do these designer breeds because they're oh, they're cute.
What does that mean? Sorry, I don't know.
A designer breed is when you take certain breeds and put them together
crossbreed?
to make a different breed.
That's some
But dude,
wild shit.
but
Man.
there's some dogs that are bred properly. Even a pit bull technically is like a bull terrier and an American bulldog, but they don't have crazy health problems and do all that stuff, right? But this dog, one dog she built is this fluffy thing, but it had because of the two breeds, it had skin condition built in, and then the fucking family abandoned the dog because they're we can't take care of the skin conditions. She takes care of him, fixes skin condition, gets him settled, gets him okay with humans again, and then finds a forever home with somebody who can't take care of him.
Oh, that's
now it's phenomenal.
Story, man.
And Tiki right now is, I think on day 35 or day 40-ish with her. This dog wouldn't leave his crate. Had to get double cherry eye surgery. If you've ever seen it on a dog, it's I think it's some sort of infection. I don't know exactly, but it basically is rendering them blind. They have to get surgery to remove it.
Oh man.
And so this dog's face is shaved from here to here. This poor dog, you can tell, has been through it. I think I chimed in. I watched probably day 1 to 35, just sitting there in my feels.
Yeah.
Because when it comes to dogs, something will happen, remind me of ghosts. I'm fucking crying. It just happens. It's an automatic switch. I have but to see somebody taking care of a dog is good emotions. You know, I was sitting there in my feels wow, this person's doing the right thing. Day 1, wouldn't leave his crate, wouldn't eat food, wouldn't drink water. By day 3 or 4 is under her bed, still shook, takes a little sip of water. She's that's a huge step. And she explains why it's a huge step of learning trust. And then now that same dog is in her lap. she's getting interviewed on CNN for her amazing story. And she's
Because the story blew up so much.
The story's blowing up, and now people are like, oh my God, we should shed a light on this amazing person doing this great thing. And everybody's like, and typical, I'm not blaming people. They're like, you should adopt Tiki. Like, Tiki should just be your dog. And she's like, nah.
Because that's not her thing. That's not her MO.
No, she's like, yeah, because she's like, here's the reality. If she takes in a dog that's frightened and isn't like set to be a foster brother like her other dog is, like who's good around Tiki and good around all the other dogs she adopts, she won't be able to adopt anymore. She's just like, hey, like, if you want to adopt Tiki and you're forever home, 100%. And I will continue to work with this dog until he's ready to be adopted. And she'll probably be like very sad about it, but she'll do the right thing.
Yeah.
Which I think is not always easy to do the right thing, but man, dude, she's doing it. And then when Tiki is adopted, and she always says, she's like, sometimes it happens right away if the right dog comes along, or, you know, she takes time, like, because it's an emotional thing to give a dog away, gets her house ready, sorts her life, takes some moment of peace, and then on to the next dog, bro, that needs her help. Beautiful. And kudos to her. I just wanted to give that shout out because I think my love for dogs is infinite, and she's doing, like, I've been so broken since it goes past like 2 years ago. Like, I've thought about getting another dog, and I haven't been able to do it myself. For somebody to do this on a rinse and repeat kind of thing, and raising a dog's hard. To take in like a damaged and hurt dog that doesn't trust humans anymore, and making it so that they have an amazing life, you're doing God's work.
I got to bite my lip right now because I want to make so many jokes.
No, crack the jokes, bro. I don't.
You know what? That was a nice emotional story. I'll keep it in. I think Junga knows what I'm talking about already. But let's add that clip to his bio data as well to get better applicants. We need dog lovers. He's also an emotional, senti guy. You know, he's got a soft side to him.
Oh my God.
But you did mention that this story was on the news. Another story that's been blowing up over the last couple of weeks, both in America and Canada, is, we got to talk about Mr. Orange once again. I'm wearing orange, so why not? Donald Trump and his Golden Dome missile defense system, which he has generously offered to potentially his cherished 51st state, Canada, at no cost whatsoever. However, if we remain sovereign, as King Charles just said from the throne, Canada's a sovereign country, and I guess God bless the king. I don't know. I'm not sure about that one. Doesn't have the same ring as God bless the queen. But back to Mr. Trump. We can get this missile defense system to protect us from our foreign enemies for free, or we can choose to stay sovereign and pay $61 billion a year to participate in it. What are your thoughts?
It's not like we didn't have enough debt.
Thanks, Trudeau.
Fuck, man.
I feel like they need us, man.
Yeah, the Americans.
The Americans need us, bro. We're like
to become the 51st state.
No, like they need us to be like happy. Like we have a whole stretch of land border with them. Imagine if we go join allies with someone else.
Yeah, but Canada wouldn't do that, right? We're Canadians.
But like we still gotta have that.
That's a known. Right?
Here's my thing is, like, how far do you get pushed? How far do you get pushed?
Before what?
Before like your relationship cracks. Before
I think the relationship is in shambles right now.
Yeah, right. Like,
right. The fact that we used King Charles as a guinea pig to convey Mark Carney's message that, hey, we're a sovereign state, Donald Trump. Stay away from us.
Well, you jump on the team that you have, right?
Yeah.
Right. So I have no issue because we are pretty British affiliated, right? Like they're on our money. You know what I mean? Like
we're still officially
we are
British monarchy, right?
Yeah, we're
Commonwealth.
Commonwealth. That's sorry. Thank you, Junga.
What happened to the Commonwealth Games?
They still happen.
Those got canceled.
No, every 2 years.
I'm not.
They happen every.
I swear they happened here like a couple years
they
ago.
Did.
Where, in Toronto?
Yeah.
Damn, where was I? Okay, but
no,
like
that was
switching
a
back.
pan.
I always say this for sports: nobody cares unless it's the big one.
That's
like
true.
majority of people, bro. Like it's like Olympics. Like no.
I feel like even with the dome,
Pan Am.
Yeah.
Pan Am Games? Yo, I live in Markham, man. There's a Pan Am Center. I still haven't visited it yet. Sorry, Junga, what were you saying?
I feel like with the dome, I feel like we also have the infrastructure to like produce our own like fucking dome if we really want to.
I don't think at that level, I'll be completely honest.
Yeah,
from
not at that level, but like
intelligence level and the
we rely too much
industrial
on them
military complex that is set up in the States. We don't. Yeah, we might
Nobody
have access
can
to
match
it.
that.
No one can match that. So obviously, we would have to use their logistics and their technology.
We haven't attempted.
The point
Their
I'm really,
military budget is 7 times isn't it like 7
No,
times?
it's probably like 70 times our budget.
No, not ours.
They're the
I would say,
trillions,
isn't it more than the next 7 countries combined? Like
Absolutely.
2 to 8 combined,
And
they're still like
So-
significantly more.
In terms of like our budget and their budget, they meet the 2% NATO like requirement.
Yes.
We barely touch it.
Yeah.
oh yeah.
And on top of the requirement, they're in the trillions. Like trillions, bro.
Of course.
Yeah.
But I
Undefeated.
think the
I
point I
think-
really wanted to get to, though, boys, was okay, let's have an open and honest discussion and kind of weigh the pros and cons of Canada ever becoming the 51st state. I'm not saying I want it, right? I'm not saying any of us want it, but are there any benefits?
Mobility. I think
Yeah.
mobility in the sense
Cheaper
of like,
airline tickets.
Cheaper air. Please, man.
Not just that, but I'm
That's
saying
always
I'm
the
talking
CB,
about like
man.
in the States, it's pretty common that you could be born somewhere and move somewhere else and this and that for work and this and that. And I don't think that's as common here, especially for people from Toronto. I think
No, we're born in Toronto, we live in Toronto, and we die in Toronto.
exactly right.
I always say that.
except your sports fandom. But other than that,
I set you up for that one.
yeah, some of us are loyal. So there's a thing of like that. For guys like me in the entertainment, like I've always kind of struggled with like the visa situation, like to get out there. Like I always say, people ask and if like why don't you just do the Russell Peters route? Russell Peters had a green card. I think his grandparents were American.
He had something, yeah.
So he was able to, and it's just like, I'm not saying that.
Let's get Russell on the pod.
I would love that.
Russell, I'm down.
I would say that's not the only thing. He's obviously very talented.
No,
and all that, but
listen.
It's the access to.
No, but hold on, quick Russell.
A buddy
Peters
of
story.
mine is okay. Yeah.
Quick, sorry to interrupt
No,
you. To show how much of a fan I am, he came to my high school when I was in like grade 11 or 12. We had these things called buyouts. You buy out a class to watch a stand-up. Guess how much I paid? $2. All these years later, me, Aches, and a few other guys went to go see him at, I think it was ACC then, for like $175 ticket. And 80% of the routine was the same, but I still enjoyed it. So yes, Russell is more than one line, but his hustle and everything you got to respect. I would love to talk to him about his journey, and like maybe he could inspire you on your journey to become
Love
stand up.
I genuinely, he's one of my I would say stand up heroes. Always there. Like his first special on Comedy Central with the white shirt was one of the first ones I ever had. I remember when Outsource came up and he's wearing blue. Like I have these memorized.
Damn.
I had YouTube sets where he did before it was in one of his specials where he did I think it was like a McDonald's worker, but the Tamil worker's name was so long they wrapped around their body.
Yeah.
Right?
Shout out to the Tamils, man.
Bro, the
Yeah,
first
much
special.
love. But it was like,
go. Anna.
first of all, always shout out to Anna.
Shout out Anna.
But yeah, like there's that level of like, even like a buddy of mine, I think I've brought him up before, Garn Oberoi, like he's an actor in LA. He's from here, right? Born and raised. He's one of my brother's closest friends. I got the honor to like host his wedding years ago. Like
Dope.
Love the guy to death. One of my inspirations for art as well. Like to see somebody I know do art,
Yeah.
like firsthand, to know somebody, it was like a big thing.
Absolutely.
For me to be like, oh, cool, that's like an option. And then my conversations with him always helped me and like balanced me on what to do. He even like, I think his through his mom's marriage, was able to get a green card and this and that. Like, and he always talked about, he missed my like brother's wedding because he had he just had an opportunity. And he's like, if I don't do this right now, I'm not going to do it. And it was a week before my brother always says like, you couldn't leave a week later. And they joke about it, but it's like, he legit just like made that decision, packed up the car and went to LA. And man, kudos to him and his success. You can catch him on a bunch of CW shows. And I think he's on Found right now.
So that channel for all the Desis is on IPTV?
Yeah, fair. No, fucking support. Fuck that. Get it some sort of streaming thing. Don't take money out of my boy's pocket.
Hulu.
We don't get Hulu.
Yes, we do.
Navi, so be honest. Are you watching it on IPTV or not?
Yeah. Put him on the spot. I like
Here's
that.
my honest, I haven't watched Found. Here's my thing is because every time I've tried to
What
support
fan?
him, every time I've tried to support
Loyal
him,
fan,
he spoils
loyal boy right
he
here.
He spoils it. He fucking this
Garner
guy,
Boy, man. I'm your fan. He's not
yo,
your fan.
bro, he spoils it. This dickhead. I love him to death.
Dickhead.
I went and stayed with him one time in LA, and I'm like in the middle of watching what was his show? It was an alien show, Roswell. He's on this show, Roswell.
He was on Roswell?
Yeah, bro.
Damn.
So he's on Roswell, and I'm in it. I'm watching it every week to be like, yo, I'm supporting my boy. I like this show. I like sci-fi shit. I'm down. And I'm walking with him on Santa Monica Pier. I remember we were grabbing tacos and this guy goes, yo, guess what? I'm the bad guy. What? Damn it, Ruby. He's like, there's like a fifth alien and he was the fifth twist. Alien. And he was the twist. And he just straight up was just like, and I'm like, I just told you I'm loving this show. Why would you do that? And he's like, because it's fucking funny. And he just laughed. I'm like, we're going to a viewing party for the episode tonight at one of the other actors'
I love this guy.
houses.
I haven't met him yet. I love this guy.
Oh, dude.
He likes to surprise you with things like I do.
I outright love him to death. And he is like,
let's get him on the pod too, man.
Uber talented
Let's
dude.
go.
Yeah, I'd love to. Like,
right,
you know,
Karan,
when he's in town, like, you know, he just like
Russell first, then Karan. Sounds like there was an Indian man, Karan Arjun. I guess not that.
That was an old Shah Rukh Khan movie. I love it.
Shah Rukh and Salman Bhai.
Yeah, there we go. But yeah, no, man. I think there's that level of like access. So we're talking about that, like for people like work and careers.
What were we talking about? The benefits
warmer
of
climates.
being the cherished 50.
No, yeah, but warmer climates. Like I'm just being devil's advocate.
Warmer climates.
Yeah,
I think the fucking weather's going to change in Toronto if we become the 51st
No, but I'm
state.
saying like being able to move.
Oh,
we're talking about the mobility of it.
Yeah, the mobility, like you talked about it before.
Like it's hard to like if you're like, hey, I'm gonna move to Texas and like that's not an easy task for somebody. But if you're all in the same country and you're like, hey, our company has an office in Texas, like, can I like request a transfer?
Yo, KSR, man, get us out to Cali, boy. Let's go.
Frequency California is a thing. I'll see y'all out there. 1,000%.
100%. Let's go.
Me and him got to do a gig a couple months ago in Detroit and Houston. That was sick. Had a lot of fun. H-Town was a blast. And it was December and it was perfect weather. They did tell me though that you never want to be there in July. It's like a sauna.
It's hot.
I think one of the guys, this cowboy came out. He's like, it's a devil's asshole. And I laughed so hard.
What?
He called it the devil's asshole. And I just started giggling. I was like,
I'm not familiar with that.
That's a fucking fantastic way to put something.
But okay. So the benefits for me.
The downfall is you're fucking American.
No.
And it's
I want to be hired for US gigs.
No. Like
Americans are great. No. I love you guys.
I love the people. It's the connotation. Is what I'm saying.
It's like, so much nicer telling someone that you're Canadian, bro. Whenever you travel,
used to be until Justin Trudeau. That was a thing. I agree.
I still think to this day, bro. Like if you travel around the world,
they talk shit about Justin Trudeau, but they still say, "Yo, you guys are awesome." Yo,
Canadians are super polite, and this not is. And here's my thing: is it's not about being fucking American. It's about not being Canadian anymore. Yeah, that's not what it is. The thing is, like, yo, if I'm not, I've been Canadian my whole life, and it's part of my identity.
Yes.
The level of like politeness, kindness, hockey.
Holding doors for people, saying thank you.
Yo, it's weird as shit to go to major cities in America and nobody cares about hockey. They just have such high surplus of population that even like 2% of their population cares about hockey. They'll have fans.
I went to Philly and they never knew where Toronto was.
Bro, no, that's not true. In Philadelphia?
I swear to God, bro.
Yo, dude, what part of Philadelphia were you in, bro?
There's a level
main part of Philadelphia, like just right outside the city.
Listen,
and the guy worked on Walmart.
Tell the truth. You went on the cheesesteak tour. Gino and Pat's.
About it.
Oh man, we should do live from Philly. But
hey,
overall, I agree. We're never going to become it. But I mean, I think there should be some sort of economic union and synergies in terms of using their currency would be absolutely beautiful, right? In terms of our dollar being stronger. The greenback is always, even though, crypto and all that stuff is coming up, the greenback is always going to be the world's currency and what everything is marked against.
Stock market, all that kind of stuff revolve around it.
So if our currency, the free trade was the same, the free trade could be easier. There's a lot of stuff. I really think there does need to be discussions. I don't know if it's the right government in place, but on our side, some discussions about economic synergies and what we can do together, increase free trade, fuck these tariffs, and float the same currency like the European Union. That is a great idea.
So you want to do like the euro kind of situation?
Yeah, but between our two countries, but not Mexico. Not Mexico.
They would have
pesos can remain pesos. I like when we go to Brampton South, aka Cancun, and we enjoy.
I still take American
our strong
dollars
dollar.
with me. I take American dollars.
No,
with me.
but like the hit is
but I don't know, man. I think it's more about the identity for me.
Of course.
I think when you're not. I think that just as Americans should take pride in being American, I take pride in being a Canadian, and we all do. And that's where the anger comes from.
Yeah.
Right? Even to be a fucking American, like, that's just like a knee-jerk anger reaction for me. It's not that I love Americans. I have family in America.
Should we edit that out?
No, fuck that. Leave it in. I never fucking edit any of my shit. I say what I say, and I mean it, and I stand by it. But the reality is, like, just as you're proud of being American, I'm proud of being Canadian.
No, for sure.
And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think you're proud of where you're born. You're proud of how you're raised. Go Terry Fox. You know what I mean? Like that's a big part of like every Canadian kid's identity. Terry Fox run, bro.
Every September. Yo, I don't know if they do it at every school though across the board.
Dude, I feel like if they don't, I'd be pissed. I feel like they do. My niece was talking about it this last year. Good. No, and I was super happy to hear it. And she's talking about it and she's living, especially like another generation coming up and like you have a daughter and you can speak on this, is having that shared identity.
It's huge.
With your child, right? Like there's a level of love I have for every part of Canada, right? Like, it's like when somebody makes fun of your like family or your friend, you're like, fuck that. I can make fun of them. You can't make fun of them.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I know we
can make the Newfie jokes.
Yeah, exactly.
Americans can't.
Right? But I've met so many people from Newfoundland. They're so friendly and fantastic. Nice. I can't understand what you're saying half the time, but it's that dude, you keep doing you, right? You know what I mean? To all my BC, like I think it brought up in the last podcast, like I met 2 BC vendors when I was in Mexico. Lovely girls. We became friends. They're fantastic people. And then,
are they single? We got to
stop setting me. I was wondering. I thought.
No, you're setting yourself up.
I'm just telling you. I met people. You don't have to. Yes, you don't have to date every female you meet.
You don't have to what?
You don't have to date every female you meet.
I hope you wouldn't.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Yo, great segue. Actually, good job. You just reminded me of something. Actually, one of Junga's friends that he knows has created this game called the First Date Game, right? I just checked it out the other day. Junga, tell us more about it.
Shout out my boy Ryan.
Shout out Ryan.
Yeah, Ryan, KOA. He's a good photographer. Moved out to LA. Awesome dude. So he developed the first date game. So basically it's a deck of cards. And it asks all the awkward questions that you normally wouldn't ask on a first date. And like sick. Basically you filter out whoever you wouldn't kind of have date 2 with or a future with.
Yeah.
So you kind of get it all done in a card game, man.
This generation is wild, man. I love it.
Dude, I love that. Yeah. That's actually, because it's so funny. It's like, I feel like on first dates, that's what you do. Like, I'm an extrovert. So I think for like people.
Wait, what kind of questions do you ask on a first date?
Dude, I usually just like just cut to the real shit. If it's right like real serious, like, yo,
what are your intentions?
What are your intentions with me, right? Like,
this goes like right to like deep. Would you have a joint bank account? Like, what are your thoughts on
you
kids?
You asked that on the first date.
Like, what are you like, bro?
Yo, but
like do you see a future? Like, this is like, I'm not gonna change you. I know what you are and who you are, and that's it. You go on to the next. It's a dating game, right?
But you can put your connotation and your level of like, does this matter to you? Because like, there's reality is like I've learned that so much. Like, if I have a difference with a girl about something, how much do I care?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, how much do I care? I've had so many girls like, oh, so like, how would you want to keep your like house? I'm like, give me my corner. I don't care. No. I don't care about decorating. I don't care. Do I have my fucking gaming area and my voice acting studio? I don't care.
You see what happens. Your wife sends everything you have outside so you can use it on your podcast.
Well, maybe I just have better taste than you because I set this up and then
excuse me,
Shagin gave me the thumbs up, so it was all fair.
Whatever. Try to tag team, guy.
First of all, I'm never tag teaming you. Look at this Jalous gum over here, bro.
Jalous gum. No, you know what? You're a stand-up comic. You should make us laugh, right? That was good.
Yeah. Take notes. Okay, your mic set? You good? Yeah. You good?
Is back.
Talking about Jalous gum over here. Actually, let's talk Jalous a little bit. I'm done. And for, again, our 4 whites here, Jalous just means...
embarrassment.
Embarrassing? Yeah, embarrassing. Embarrassing, a little sloppy.
Sloppy
is a good word for it. We're introducing a new segment. I know we haven't done segments before, but this is going to be at the end of every episode. Yep. We're going to call it WTF Wedding Moments.
What the?
Yeah, so basically.
I won't finish that for the kids.
No kids watch this. All right, but like what we're going to say is real shout out to the camera here. Any of our friends, family, strangers, vendors, guests, I don't really care if you have an amazing wedding moment. It can be funny. It can be amazing. It can be tear-jerking. It can just be absolutely ridiculous. And like I said, it can be Jalous. Send it to us, please, at the Mic Cheque on Instagram. You can hit us on the DMs or email it to us. If you know us personally, you just reach out to us. Completely anonymous. We are never going to...
use your name, your vendor company name.
vendor, family, friend, whatever,
Or the best
brother,
was he said
sister.
stranger. I don't know why strangers would be at weddings. I think
No,
those are
like
called
strangers to
wedding
us,
crashers.
bro. I don't know, whatever. Like you're
Yeah,
just like
anyone, like,
you're
you
the
could be
Gandhi at a wedding. I don't know. You're just like you're like
You could be a
the
guest at a wedding and you see
you're like the
You're sitting at table
bride's
76?
best friend's cousin's sister or something.
or you're
shows
the
up to the
plus
wedding.
one.
Yeah. Oh, the plus one. A plus one of somebody
There's
you're
no
not
plus
dating.
ones at Indian weddings, bro.
Any wedding, bro. I don't care if you're.
Yeah.
I don't care what your background, ethnicity is. You send us the story. We have a couple, and we chose one today to share.
Okay.
And I'll read it out to you. And we're just gonna share these stories of like the ridiculous stuff that happens at weddings.
Down.
Because honestly, man, it's what we do, and we have so much fun with it at weddings. And we're not judging anybody. A little bit.
No judgment zone.
No, like, but it's honestly like weddings bring out some of the most ridiculous things, like wild things. So I want it, and I implore you, please send us as many of these stories as you have. Every week we'll pick one, maybe two. We'll do two, right? I think. Actually, you know what? Why don't we do our own family ones? Start with our own family wedding.
I'll start with my own wedding.
Yeah, you do your wedding. I have a real close wedding of my brother's wedding that I honestly think is one of the best stories ever. And we'll just start it there. Anuj, kick it off, brother.
We'll build up to that one. So for my own wedding, and I can share, so this one is not anonymous. So in the Indian wedding culture, there's this whole concept of stealing the groom's shoes before he hits the mandap, the altar, whatever you want to call it, the various names in the various languages, because you don't enter the holy space where there's a holy book or, a priest with your shoes on. So, and this is not religion at all. It's obviously culture and tradition.
Super culture. It's usually sisters.
The bride's sisters or the bridesmaids steal the groom's shoes, and then they are rewarded later on with, monetary, gold, whatever.
Gold?
Gold too, man. Yeah. They get stuff.
Hey, yo, I'm learning new things.
Yeah, absolutely. Every day. I'm here to teach. No. So at my wedding, shout out. I'm going to shout you guys out. And I know they don't want to. I won't say your last names, but shout out Tony and Fatty. Obviously, those are not their real names. You know them as well.
Hold up.
You know them.
I forgot
They're
about
both
Fatty.
6'5".
That got me off guard. That got me off guard.
Fatty used to be actually fat. And then he lost a lot of weight.
Yeah, right.
No, he's mad skinny now.
Yeah.
But now he's changed it to PHATTY. He's fatty.
I don't know if you can just rebrand like that.
Rebranding.
But honestly, he does look good now. He's really good. Like, I don't even know him like as you describe him.
There you go. But shout out to them. They were both my groomsmen. Obviously, Tony was one of my best men. And at the wedding, these two 6'4", 6'5", Sikh Punjabi guys decided, without asking me, of course, I was busy getting married, to kidnap my brother-in-law. I won't say his name because that's Julius on him, but I do love you. You know that. And I support all your businesses. But yeah, they kidnapped his ass, took him to the limo. And when the bridesmaids asked for money for the shoes, they just came back. They were a little inebriated, and that's fine. That's totally acceptable at Hindu weddings because they happen at banquet halls. So it's all good as long as the groom isn't drunk. And basically it was, he was held for ransom for the shoes. So they saved me a couple $1,000s. Thank you to you boys. I've always hit you back for that. But that's the Jalou story from mine in terms of, again, my poor brother-in-law getting kidnapped during the shoe game.
Were any charges filed?
No charges were filed. Everyone loves each other. They were all at my parents' anniversary together. Partying.
That was a great night.
That was a great night. Thank you for all your help and all the vendors that night. You know what? If I have a platform to thank everyone, I'm not going to go through the vendor list. I did that on IG. But yo, your boy Navi, my boy over here, little brother, fucking stepped up when I was stressed out and made things happen. And I appreciate you for that, brother.
Got you, brother. Dude, talking about shoes getting stolen. At my own brother's wedding.
Yeah.
This is post Gurdwara. So Gurdwara has happened. We are at the pictures. We have a cooler. We're getting drunk.
Yep.
The photographer did help the bridesmaids. And they're like, oh, we're going to do some shots with, your in-laws and stuff. And they took him to the side. We're in this dilapidated
Just tell me
bar.
one thing. I'm going to interrupt the story only once. Please don't tell me it was one of our photographer friends.
Honestly, I think he's out of the game by the time. Good. Yeah. I got to look into it.
Yo, in the photographer's defense, we get hounded every single time to organize that exact same shot that happens every single time.
To steal the shoes?
To steal the shoes.
100%.
Damn.
We
We
can't
don't,
do it.
as
They
a
pay half the
vendor,
money,
as a
bro. What do you
vendor,
want me
I
to do?
don't blame him.
Yeah.
As like the brother, I'm like,
But I wouldn't do it though.
Beef tanks.
FYI.
yo, we're really drunk, by the way. Like, this is like right when Four Locos were popular, and we're through like a bunch of those. So we are drunk and on high on these like energy drink, malt liquor drinks that are like this big. They're like not healthy at all. They're like, I remember the original Four Loko like killed some people in the States. Oh, man. This was like a modified one that we had, and we're like Canadian, yay, health standards. We're like in this dilapidated barn on the side of this like place, getting really drunk, and one of the bridesmaids just decides to like walk over casually and start like boasting that they got the shoes. Yeah, we went full attack mode like a football team.
They call her the mother hen, right?
Yo, we just swarm the guys who have the shoes, and then my cousin. So my cousin moved here from India. He has different genetics. I'm just gonna put that. And this guy has Katie hands, like farm hands, like grip, like for real. Grabs my poor this bride's brother. Yeah, smaller dude. He's like, 5'4", 5'5".
5'4".
No, I'm that's all right. I'm sorry.
Exaggeration.
And that's an exaggeration. He's shorter though, but he's a great guy. But he's first of all, brothers don't get involved in the shoe stealing. That's one thing. This is when things get violent. If the girls are stealing the shoes, I'm all for it. When the guys get involved on the bright side, hey, yo, now things are getting a little bit too rough because they're like picking people off, things not. So this was kind of on you guys. This poor guy gets kabaddi tackled, not football tackled, kabaddi tackled into the side of the barn that we were at. There's this massive like shrubbery and bush everywhere. He's getting tackled in there. People are now, without thinking, jumping in to help. So like a couple bridesmaids are in there, a couple groomsmen are in there. I'm on the other shoe. So we got the other shoe because they tried to throw it over us. I'm like, bro, I'm 6'4". Catch, like done. But that one shoe's getting and this guy's yelling, and we can start hearing it. Everybody starts to calm down that's not in the scrum. And he's like, it's poison ivy. It's poison ivy. It burns. And we're like, oh shit.
And then what did the guy from India say, your cousin?
My cousin was like, Bancho Jotide, give me the fucking shoe. He just like gave me the shoe. He's like, does not give a fuck. He's like, give me the shoe. Because he's Daisy, bro. He doesn't feel it. He like, that's what we just realized. He didn't feel it. Because like, these guys are rolling around in there for no joke, like 3 minutes. Like 3 minutes of us being like, yo, maybe chill, that's poison ivy. Yeah. But like, they're like, should you go and help? I'm like, I'm not going in to help. Like, that's poison ivy. I'm also not getting involved. Bro, the groomsman, no, not the groomsman, the brother of the bride, and 3 bridesmaids who were then at the hospital for the Doli, which is the post-wedding like ceremony thing at the bride's house, getting Benadryl shots, like the super dose Benadryl shots, because they're covered in hives.
Oh my God.
And my favorite thing is my cousin,
the one from India.
He's so desi that he came out of the bush. He's been there the most. Should be covered in hives. He has maybe like 3 dots on his hand, like a little 1, 2, 3. He takes a little bit of water and just like pours it on there and just like
water.
I'm good.
Oh man,
those guys missed the. This guy was rinsing beers with us in the limo like
nothing.
5 minutes later, like nothing happened, bro.
That's
like,
awesome.
Are you? I was just like, I'm dumbfounded at genetics. That is legitimately, like, no joke. Legitimately, might be like the best thing I've ever seen for like.
That's amazing.
Like nature versus nurture. Like technically, I got like very close genetics to this dude. Yeah. Like he's my. So
let's test it out. Let's get some poison ivy.
No. I had food poisoning this week.
You also just ate what's it called, rotisserie chicken from
Walmart,
and you got fucking
exactly.
So I don't think you got the
Not the same. I got some sort of princess DNA over here, like compared to that, because this guy's out here doing the most.
Yeah.
Like he was like an MVP there. Like bro, like we didn't have to like do as much for that old thing. But yo, dude, imagine missing your sisters totally. Yeah, and because you're in the hospital getting shots. I remember he came up to me. I was like, man, I didn't even get to cry. Like I didn't even get to enjoy. Like you didn't get to do all of it. And my cousin just sitting there licking back Black Label by the time we got back to the house, enjoying himself. And I'm like, bro, we're related, but we are not the same.
Yeah, not the
Bro,
The moral of the story is, guys, don't get involved, man.
don't get involved in the
Don't
goddamn
get
shoe
involved
game.
in the shoe game.
But
Yeah, because that's relevant to my story as well. Poor Bachara and my brother-in-law
Bro,
got
I seen
kidnapped.
a guy get literally double kicked in the chest, bro, because they tried picking up the.
What the fuck? Yo, this shit's getting too violent. Let's stop this.
Yo,
shit.
yo.
So guy tried picking up the groom,
Yeah.
and tried taking his shoes, and like, bro, he was just like fucking letting go in the air, bro. He kicked the guy.
Fight
in
or
the chest.
flight.
Yo,
Yo,
you,
he
you know
kicked
how my brothers won't stop? They almost knocked his bug off.
Imagine getting winded, bro, by taking two fucking legs, size 13 to the chest, bro. Like, that sucks, man. People end up at the hospital, bro.
If I see anybody at a reception and I see black eyes or this, I just see them and I'm like, shoes. That's 1,000% shoes, bro. That's 1,000% shoes. And then when the next day edit plays and you got like a scrum and the camera's fucking shaking and you got people like fighting, I'm like,
Oh man.
I got at my own boy's wedding. Extra bonus story now. Because if we're on the shoe game, if we're not talking about shoes, this was like 2 years ago. I almost got concussed.
This is your Gujarati best friend.
Yeah. So
Maja macho, kimcho.
so we're literally like, it was so annoying because one of our boys dropped the ball.
Yeah.
Our boy Sam,
Oh, I know Sam.
Sam dropped the ball.
Let's not say his last name. I was about to say his IG. Sam, you dropped the ball, dog. Come on.
Yo, dude, like I'm also the
expectations
sound tech. I'm like the audio tech for this wedding because they're like, yo, you know, you're in the industry, do your thing. So like me and one of our other boys, the DJ, we're both doing like the audio, and we're the two like I guess taller dudes in the.
At a Guju wedding? Yeah, I would be a tall guy at a Guju wedding.
No,
too,
the
man.
other guy's Guju actually. The other guy's Guju. He's like 6 foot Guju. It's rare. But so what happened was like I had the shoes for a long time, but then I'm like, yo, bro, I got to do this stuff with like the pundit and do all the work and here. So I just hand him. Sam just put them behind a tree, unguarded.
Sam, disappointed, bro.
And we're like, what? So they get the shoes, and then we lie and say that those are the brother's shoes. And we're like, those are a decoy. So now I have the brother shoes under my shirt. And as I'm doing like audio tech stuff, these guys are like bridesmaids, like brothers are like picking at my
Physically
shirt.
harassing you?
And I'm just like, yo, you guys are really going to mess up this wedding.
Yeah.
At some point, all the groomsmen tipped. I was just like, not solo dude, there's like 3 of us. But we're outnumbered. And these guys picked me off the ground. Like I'm just sitting there because I'm like, they're trying to grab it. And I'm just, no. They picked me off the ground. And whoever was holding my head, like, dropped me.
Oh, no.
Oh, dude, you know when you see red? I felt bad because he was a younger dude. I just got pissed. And I saw red, and I was like, dude, if anybody touches me right now, I'm swinging. I'm like, nobody touch me right now. My head's ringing. Like, I'm pissed. And then eventually, like, I'm giving, like, the brother his shoes back or whatever, and he decides instead of putting them on to run with them. Dude, we almost got double tackled into a river.
Jesus
and that
Christ,
was 100% me. I was seeing red. I saw them next to the river. I'm like, if we die, we die. And I just grabbed the whole group, and
I think the moral of all 3 stories...
Brothers don't get involved.
Brothers don't get involved. Let's end the violence.
Guys don't get involved.
Men, don't get involved.
Like the boys from the groom side, they protect. Girls from the bride side attack.
It should be bridesmaids
cute, bro.
versus
Just fucking
groomsmen.
let them steal it, bro.
Let's let the bridal party have their 15 seconds of fame. Good stories to kick off this segment. Let's get more stories in. Put them in the comments or DM us. We're totally down. We're going to talk about this every week and stay consistent. Navi?
Yeah, for sure. Tune in every week to check in another cool story. WTF Wedding Moments.
I like it.
Again, give us a shout anywhere to send us a story. We'll pick our favorite 1 or 2 at the end of every episode to share. Once again, thanks for tuning in. This has been the Mic Check. Anuj D, Navi Rai.
Comment.
Please
like,
comment, subscribe.
Okay, we'll get it into next time.
Yeah.
And go Oilers!
Mic check.